What's happening, people? Mr. Sino here, and today I want to speak about being selfish. So, a few days ago, Sunday, y'all remember that? Back in the good old days, right? But anyways, being selfish. So, Sunday, I was with my mom, and my auntie needed my assistant. My assistant's moving something. Help with putting something in her car. And what happened was, my auntie, she messaged me like hours earlier, said she was in Key West. So my mom spoke to her later in the day when I was at my mom's house. And she says she's coming. She's on her way. And I said, my auntie ain't coming nowhere, man. My auntie's in Key West. Okay? She messaged me, told me she's in Key West. I have the text right here in my phone. And knowing my auntie, she was always late or she can't make it. Okay? So I said, okay, I'll give her a benefit of the doubt. I'll wait 45 minutes. When I finish eating my food, I'm going to wait. And I waited 45 minutes. And I left. My auntie called me like about 30 minutes after. Okay? And told me that I ditched her. I said, no, I would never do that. I would never do that. I would never ditch you. She said, yeah, I told your mom I was in Oakland and to wait so you could help me put the furniture in the car, in the van. And you could go. I said, my mom did not express to me how close you were. From what you told me, you was in Key West. So I didn't figure you was going to show up at all. And I have things to do personally, which I have somebody waiting on me to take care of their stuff. Okay? I have to make my money doing what I do. So my mom in turn, well, I called my mom back and say to her, hey, why didn't you let me know how close my auntie was? Why didn't you express to me how close she was? Because from what she told me, she was in Key West. I didn't know she was already up here already. Because she messaged me like she was in Key West and she's on vacation. Okay? So my mom, she got into a little verbal thing and she started talking, so I started listening. And she said, I'm selfish. I'm like, I always think about yourself. I'm like, you're just going to go home and sit on your ass. Oh my God. So what happened is I just hang up the phone. And let me tell you something, people. When you are focused on your own stuff, your own goals, your own dreams, and doing what you're doing, people are going to call you selfish. They're not going to like it. Because your time schedule, you got to be here a certain way, you got to do this a certain time, you got to do this, you got to do that. They're not going to like it. They're going to say you're selfish. If you have your priorities in line and guided like a fucking laser, your friends, your family, your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your cousin, they're not going to like it. They're not going to like you because they're going to say you're selfish. And if you want to achieve anything great in life, you're going to have to be selfish. Trust me. I'm not lying. You're going to have to be selfish. Arnold Schwarzenegger was a selfish man. Bruce Lee was a selfish man. All these successful people, Tiger Woods, the Venus sisters, the Williams sisters, Serena and Venus, they had to be selfish. When you want to achieve something great and do something that other people aren't willing to do, you're going to have to be selfish. That's all. That's what I have to tell you, people. Don't be scared of taking care of yourself first, because if you are poor, or if you're unhealthy, if you are an addict, if you anything that's going on bad with you, you can't help a next person that's in the same situation. You have to step out of that box, okay, or step out of that little circle and become something different so you could help them. That's the only way. A poor person can't help a poor person. A unhealthy person cannot help a unhealthy person. If you're fat and obese, you can't help the other person that's fat and obese. One of you have to change first, here and here. So yes, you have to be selfish. Every living being on the face of this planet is selfish. Prime example, if you're in an airplane and it's going down and the oxygen mask falls out the freaking the panel, what does the PA system say? What does the hostess say for you to do? It says secure your mask first. Secure your freaking mask first, and then you could attend to the kids, children, and people around you. Okay? Then you could attend to your kids and the people around you. But you have to secure your fucking mask first. You understand? That's being selfish. Here's the next example. When animals out in the wild go for hunting, primarily penguins, okay, and they bring back food for their children and for the husband, because of the female that goes out for the food. What happens to the female? She has to feed herself. She has to gorge herself first with food, okay, so she can make it back with the whole crew to feed the baby and the husband. Okay? To bring back food for the husband and the baby. Primarily the baby first. That's being selfish. She has to feed herself first. How the fuck is she gonna have energy to go back home? But people don't understand it. They look at the word selfish, okay, as a bad thing. Now, selfish could go into a different level, okay, when you really don't give a fuck about anyone but yourself. Even after you're taken care of, even after everything is resolved with you, you don't care a fuck about anybody else. That's a different level of selfish. And there's people like that, and there might be some kind of trauma that caused these people to be like this, and they haven't changed. You know, like people haven't helped them. They got angry and they haven't got over that, so they just became totally I don't even know the term I could use for that type of selfishness, but they're just like, fuck it, I'm not gonna give a fuck about anybody else. I'm just gonna care about my damn self. I'm not talking about that kind of selfish. I'm talking about the selfish of just taking care of self first. Then you could help others. Every human being on the face of this planet is selfish. When you're having sex, when you're fucking, you're selfish. You're not thinking about nobody else. Well, some people are thinking about somebody else when they're fucking somebody, but you shouldn't be doing that. You should be only focused on the person that you're banging, okay, or the person that's banging you. So, everyone on the face of this planet is selfish. Every human being is selfish. Every animal is selfish. Every being on the face of this planet is selfish. You have to be, because if you can't take care of yourself, you're going to wither away. You got to take care of yourself first before you can move on and help anybody else. All right? Stay selfish. With that said, see you in a while. Money up.